In the last lecture, we have discussed about the first system of housing, that is loose housing system. In this lecture, we will study the second system of animal housing, conventional housing system. Okay. Conventional housing system is getting less popular in today's date due to higher cost of construction, as in conventional housing system full shelter is provided to all the animals. In loose housing system there is more open paddock area and partial shelter is provided to the animals that we have studied in the last lecture. In the conventional housing system full shelter is provided to the animals, so cost of construction is more, and that is why this system is getting less popular as the initial investment is more. However, it provides complete protection to the animals. That is the advantage. Though it is costly, but it is able to protect the animals from all the hazards that we have studied in the objectives of housing. This conventional housing system, it is of two types: head to head housing system and tail to tail housing system. We will study one by one what sort of this system is there, how the animals are arranged, and other components of house are being provided, along with merits and demerits of these systems. So first we will study what is head to head housing. In head to head housing system, the animals are arranged in a head to head manner, means animals from two different rows. There are two rows of animals, and animals from these two different rows, they are arranged in such a manner that their heads are facing to each other. That is called as head to head system. The heads of the animals from two different rows are facing to each other, and there is a common feeding passage provided at the center between two rows. As the heads are facing, the manger is common, feeding place is common where feed is provided. The backside of the animal, each row has a separate gutter. It is required because the tails of the animals, the backside of the animal is facing outside to the house, and only heads are facing to each other. And as the gutters are provided at the backside of animals, where it is an exterior part of the animal house, these gutters are exposed to direct sunlight, and natural disinfection takes place. That is an advantage. Now this is a sketch of head to head system. You can see at the center there is feeding alley. All right, feeding alley means from where the person who is going to provide the feed, he can move. This is the space. I am highlighting it. Then this is the manger. In this system, the manger is shown separately for two rows, and the feeding alley is provided at the center. But in many cases, this feeding alley is very short and the mangers, they are common. Now these are the heads of animals. These are the heads of one row, and these are the heads from other row. All right. Now at the back side, the gutter is provided. This is a row. This is the back side of animal where gutter is provided for this row, and gutter is provided for this row at the back side, and some measurements are also being given. We need to know only that the heads are facing to each other and the gutter is located at the exterior of the animal house. Now this is an actual diagram, photograph of head to head system. These are the heads of animals. This is the central alley or feeding alley, and this is the feeding place. The feed is being provided to the animals, and these are the heads of animals which are facing to each other. This is of course a photograph from an organized dairy farm. All right. it will give you a clear idea of what head-to-head system is. Now, what are the advantages of this system? Each system has its advantages and disadvantages. There is not a single system which is absolute without demerits. So, first of all, we will see what are the advantages of this head-to-head systems. The first advantage is it requires less time for feeding, because the manger is common or the feeding alley is at the center in some types of houses, and from there only the feed is to be provided to both the rows. It is not required to go for a long distance, as the case is in tail to tail system that we are going to study later on. So the labor requirement for feeding is less. Second advantage is it gives better display of animals to visitors. If somebody is visiting the animal house, any authority or any bank authority who is from whom the loan has been taken, or any veterinarian who is going to observe the animals, so any experts of the dairy industry, if they used to visit the head to head system, when they stand at the center, at the feeding alley, there is a clear cut display of all the animals from both the rows. So it gives a better display of animals to visitors, that we have studied in the we have seen in the last photograph also. Then the third advantage is entry of animals is easier. The animals are entering in the house if they are left outside for grazing purpose, and if they are coming at evening time in the house, they are going to occupy their place at two different rows. All right, and that is why the entry is very easy. There is no overcrowding. Then as we have discussed, the gutters, they are exposed to the sunlight, and that is why they dry quickly, and of course there is natural disinfection of the gutters. And when there is disinfection, the last advantage is it minimizes the chances of growth of pathogens or disease producing microorganisms, and the spread of diseases is also less, as the microbes, they used to grow in the gutters. Oftenly there are more chances of growth of microorganisms when wherever there is waste that is in the gutter, and as they are exposed to sunlight, the microbes, they will be killed, and the disinfection will take place. So these are the advantages of head to head system. Now the demerits or disadvantages. The first disadvantage is milking time supervision is not convenient. At the time of milking in head to head system, the milking man has to take milk from the backside of the animal. So as the heads are facing to each other, their tails are facing outside to the at the outer side of the animal house. So if the supervisor or the person manager, he has to have a look whether the milking system is carried out properly or not, it will not be convenient for him to observe the milking procedure. Then collection of milk is labor consuming. As in advantages, the feeding is convenient, less labor is required for feeding purpose, as from the center place only both the rows can be offered the feed. But reverse is the case when we go for milking. More labor is required, as the labor has to move to the backside of the animal of each row and collect the milk. So it is laborious, it is labor consuming, more labor is required for that purpose. Then the third disadvantage is the animals, they get disturbed as they are facing to each other. When the animals are facing to each other, there is no isolation, and they may get disturbed. Some animals are aggressive and some are docile. So while feeding or while taking rest in the animal house, some of the animals may get disturbed. There are chances, and when the animals get disturbed, it indirectly affects the production performance of animals. So that is another demerit or disadvantage. Then chances of spread of contagious diseases are more. You know the disease, and there are different types of diseases. Contagious diseases are one which spread from diseased animal to healthy animal by direct or indirect contact. And in head to head system, as we observe, there are chances of direct contact also, as the heads are facing to each other, and there are chances of indirect contact also, as in many of the cases the manger is common. So the chances of spread of contagious diseases, they are more in this system. Then time required for cleaning of shed is more, as the gutters are located at the exterior side of the at the boundaries of the animal house. The more labor is required for cleaning of the gutters, because in the second system that we are going to study, tail to tail system, from the central alley only the gutters of both sides can be cleaned, but here more labor is required for cleaning of the sheds. Then detection of heat is difficult. Heat means it is a reproductive physiological event, phase in the life of female when it is ready for conception or reproduction. So we have to observe which female is in heat for depositing the male gametes into the reproductive tract. And if at proper time it is detected and the male gametes are deposited, the chances of pregnancy are more. The chances of conception, means formation of embryo, are more. Otherwise, a period of 21 days or 28 days will be lost, and we will be put to economic loss. So it is also difficult, because the tails of the animals, they are facing to exterior, and every time from a central alley it will not be possible to observe which animal is in heat. It will be difficult. We can observe it, but it is laborious. Then animals get comparatively less ventilation, as the heads are facing to each other and they are located at the central side of the house. There is more ventilation, of course, at the outer portion, at the boundaries of the animal house. And as the heads are not facing to the outer side of the animal house, comparatively the animals, they will get less ventilation. That is also an disadvantage or demerit of this system. So this is all about the second system of housing, conventional housing system.